Hello, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for the African Cup of Nations. Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea. 12:30 kickoff. Kicking off in 7 minutes time. Looking forward to this one. There's a few household names in this one. Dango Ouattara, of course, of Brentford will be playing for Burkina Faso. Not to mention Saúl Coco of Torino. Edmond Tapsoba of Leverkusen, Emilio Nsue, who used to play for Middlesbrough and Birmingham. There is some household names here, so we'll be going through them and having a look. But let me know in the chat what your thoughts are, your predictions for this one. It's Burkina Faso are a bit of an outsider for the AFCON this year, I think. They reached the semi-finals in 3 of their last 4 AFCON appearances between 2013 and 2021. So should be confident of improving their last 16 exit against Mali last time out. They were unbeaten in the last 6 fixtures, won 5, drawn 1. And Equatorial Guinea, this is their 5th AFCON appearance. 3 quarter-final appearances already. So they've got a reputation for punching above their weight. We're back in Casablanca for this one as well, which is the place where the Mali v Zambia game was the other day. So this one's going to be a good one. 1 second, let me just get the old scoreboard up. 1 sec. Come on, Key, sort yourself out, mate. Where's the scoreboard? But yeah, let me know in the chat what you're thinking for this one. Where are we? Come on, Key. Come on, Key. Sort yourself out, lad. That one and that one. Thank you. Okay, we're very, very close to kick-off now. Equatorial Guinea are in the red, I believe. Burkina Faso in the white. It's a cracking kit, actually, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic kit. The Burkina Faso one. I've not looked at the Equatorial Guinea kit, but I think it's all red, isn't it? Pretty sure it is all red. Is it going to be on? No, got the wrong one. Right, copy output URL, so that's that one. And this should be right now with a bit of luck. Is it? Yeah, there you go. Sort of, I guess. MT says, let's see if the boys from Malambo can perform, or will the Ouagadougou boys be too much? Talal boy says, to be fair, Burkina Faso can win the whole thing. They're decent. They are. They're exceptional. Very, very good side, Burkina Faso. Very, very good side. Sorry, TikTok, I'm not ignoring you. 1 sec. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Tommy D, Merry Christmas, mate. How's it going? Kane says, doesn't Garassi play for Guinea? No, he plays for Guinea. He plays for Guinea, not Equatorial Guinea. 2 very, very different teams, it must be said. 2 very different nations. But it is on 143, this one, by the way, just in case anyone is looking for it. It's on Sky, Virgin, 143. The lineups are as follows. It's Coffee in goal for Burkina Faso. Herve Coffee, former Lens keeper. Yago, Tapsoba, Deo and Kouassi at the back. Midfield of Traoré, Ouattara and Sangare. And then a front three of Bertrand Traoré of Sunderland, Pierre Cabot of Hearts. What a start he's had his Hearts career, by the way. And then obviously Dango Ouattara, who has been absolutely sensational for Brentford since he signed for them. So some big names there in the Burkina Faso side. For Equatorial Guinea, it's Owono in goal and Dong, Coco, Orozco and Akapo at the back. Esteban, Orozco. James, afternoon key, Merry Christmas. Same to you, man. Liam, Ivory Coast v Mozambique's going to be good. Well, listen, we're going to be doing tonight, we're doing the, what's it called? The Cameroon v Gabon game tonight. Cameroon v Gabon we're going to be on for tonight. Adrian Bird says, afternoon, mate. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Yeah, you too, mate. You too. Lots of love. Lots of love. I've not had a great night's kip. My little girl's poorly at the minute, so I've got myself a brew. I'm watching the AFCON with you guys, having a lovely time. Hopefully all's good. User 568, you were embarrassing last night. Cheers, man. Aubameyang versus Mbermo. Lou says Salvador will get booked. This Ashu is meant to be a baller. And Kane says the Ivory Coast game should be good, Kate. Will, yeah. Be absolutely fantastic. Chris says, what competition or league is this? It's the AFCON, mate. The African Nations Cup. Lou says, I've got flu myself, lad. Absolutely wrote off. Yeah, she's not good. She's at the doctor's this morning with her mum. I said, I'll come with you. I said, but I've got to get back for the game. And she's like, it's all right. You go and sort the game out. I'll take you to the doctors and we'll see you after the game. So, yeah, my little girl's not so hot this morning. So I'm thriving off an hour's kip. So I definitely need my brew this morning. Kane says, doesn't the right back Kabore play for these? Who was at City? Yes, but Issa Kabore it is. He played for City. I think he's on loan at. Is he at Wrexham at the minute? I'm sure he's at Wrexham, isn't he? Yeah, Issa Kabore, the right back, is on loan at Wrexham at the minute. Yeah, there's some recognisable players there. There's no Obiang though. I really thought we'd see Obiang. Pedro Obiang and Nsue are probably the two big stars for Equatorial Guinea. But hey, we'll see. Jammy Arsenal win again yesterday, says Liam. And Liam says, Issa Kabore was born in Belgium, but has his roots there. Well, it's going to be a good game, this one. These two are quite evenly matched. Daniel says, I think Guinea win 1-0. Lou says, Saúl Coco, a good player. Yeah, Saúl Coco of Torino, very, very good player. And Waller Bruce says, Merry Christmas, key lad. Hope you have a good time with the fam and get mashed off your face. Well, I'll be here on Christmas Day. I will be here on Christmas Day, and I'm only drinking tea and water today, but I might just partake. I'll have a little glass of Coke with nothing else in it during the live on Christmas Day. So it might get a bit fruity, the Christmas Day live. Right, we're off and underway. We're off and underway in Casablanca. Are we going to get an early goal in this one? I fancy Burkina Faso today. I think Burkina Faso can do it. Kane says Omar Mascarelli is a throwback. Think he was at Schalke. Was he really? Mascarelli. Let's have a look at him. Omar Mascarelli, 32 years of age. Currently plays for Mallorca. Yeah, he was at Schalke and Frankfurt and even had a spell at Derby, Omar Mascarelli. Yeah, there you go. I didn't know that. Saúl Coco already kicking off. Great play from Ouattara down the left-hand side there. Unknown says, I wanted Semenyo, I can't lie. Who for? I didn't want Semenyo at Liverpool. Definitely not. I know some Man United fans wanted him, but Semenyo's not going to play left wing back for United. He was always going to go to City. Shadow Ninja says, hello, I have a weird feeling that Tunisia win the whole thing, but it's also who I picked out of a hat. Well, best of luck to you, mate. Yeah, listen, Tunisia have got a bit of a reputation as being dark horses as well in this tournament. There's a few, actually, isn't there? Let's be honest. There's a few teams who could just spring a few shocks. Burkina Faso being one. Mali. We watched Mali the other day against Zambia. Mali are another side that are favourites to go quite far. So there's going to be a fair few, yeah. You can't really put your finger on exactly who's going to win it. Senegal played well the other day. Yesterday against Botswana, we watched that one. They're jam-packed with quality, aren't they, the Senegal side? So you'd imagine them. Obviously, the hosts, Morocco. Listen, you can't write off Algeria. You can't write off the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We're going to be watching them against Uganda. There's quite a few people fancy Uganda, actually. They're a bit of a dark horse. And obviously, Cameroon tonight. Listen, Brian and Burmo against Gabon, the two Central African nations. Cameroon v Gabon tonight. Shadow Ninja says South Africa, Congo both made the semis last year. Don't count them out. This is why it's such an interesting tournament, though, isn't it? Because you really can't predict. It's not a great. Look, we look at the World Cup. Look at the World Cup next year. Who's the teams who can win the World Cup next year? There's only about 5 of them, isn't there? There's probably only 5 teams, 5 nations who could win a World Cup. There's about 8 or 9 who can win the AFCON. Minimum. Strike. Oh, just wide. First shot in anger from Burkina Faso. And it's just wide from Bertrand Traoré. Chazza says, my best friend played for Liverpool ladies and then Glasgow City. I'm for Scotland. Nice. Jimmy P says, Merry Christmas, Key. Merry Christmas to you too, Jimmy. And your family and all the good stuff, mate. Hopefully it's all good. Callum says, do you think Liverpool should have a pop at signing Ouattara? No, I don't think we should. He's not really. We don't need a left winger yet. We don't need a left winger. We've got Gakpo, we've got Engamoa. I don't think we should be prioritising signing a left winger. We need far more positions than left wing. Empty says South Africa are amazing. They have ballers. Hope Chandra makes his Bafana debut next game. But we're going to be watching Egypt, South Africa coming up later this week as well. Daniel says Gay to Liverpool for 10 mil in January. You're not getting Gay for 10 million quid in Jan. Listen, if Mark Gay is smart, he stays at Palace till the end of the season. There's no way he goes anywhere near any other club before the end of the season. He'll get coin at the end of the year if he stays. Liam says, I've got a feeling England are going to win the World Cup. Well, Lou says Spain, England, France, Brazil, Argentina. Maybe outside, you could maybe throw Germany in that maybe at a push. But yeah, it is like 5 or 6. They're the only teams that can really win it. Whereas if you look at the AFCON, who have we just mentioned then? You know, you've got Senegal, Cameroon, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Mali, South Africa, Congo. Loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. Algeria. Gay stays and leaves for a free, and I think Palace know that and accept it. I think so too, yeah. Joe says, hiya, Key, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Lou thinks Gay will go to City. City? I mean, they're kind of right with centre-backs, aren't they, at the minute? They've got, I mean, unless Ake goes, but they've got Diaz, they've got Gvardiol, they've got the young lads, Kusanov and Vitor Reis, who they paid big money for. They're not going to want to push them down the pecking order too much. So I would strongly imagine that City, if they are going to sign a centre-back, it'll be someone who can maybe play sort of left-hand centre-back or right-hand centre-back. You know. I can't see him going getting a pure... Like, Gvardiol can maybe play left and centre, can't he? They go and get a right and a centre. They're struggling at right-back, aren't they? Côte d'Ivoire, yeah. Ivory Coast as well. Good shout. Callum says France will win it. Empty says, how good is Kusanov's English at this point? I couldn't tell you. But he's still a young lad, isn't he? So, I think it usually takes a couple of years. This year, Morocco, of course. Yeah, Daniel, do you think Ireland will make the World Cup? I would hope so. Yeah, I'd like to see Ireland make it. Joe, if Coventry go up, who do you think they sign? Well, they're going to have to sign a fair few. I think they're going to have to do what Sunderland have done. I have to prioritise. Oh, great ball in. Oh, just wide. Nearly a goal for Burkina Faso. Oh, Kabore getting in there at the front post. Good ball in from Ouattara. Very nearly 1-0. Yeah, they're going to need to sign about 5 or 6 minimum, aren't they, Coventry, if they go up. Jimmy says Matheus Nunes has improved a lot at right back. He has, but he's not an out-and-out right back. Like, he's still a centre mid ultimately. And I don't think Pep likes... I don't think he likes him there. Good player, though. I like Matheus Nunes. Corner here for Burkina Faso. Lou says, what do you reckon on Minter to use? I'm not keen. I'm not keen. He's got all the raw attributes. He's very, there's very Sadio Mane shades to Minter. But just his final ball's not brilliant. Oh, off the line. Very nearly 1-0 again. Burkina Faso applying all the early pressure. It's going to be another corner here. No, it's not. Whew, lucky. Equatorial Guinea hanging on. Couple of chances here. Shadow Ninja says, I don't want to sound too confident, but if we don't go up, I'll be amazed. Yeah, listen, you 100%. Coventry are the only team I can hang my hat on and say certainties to go up. Middlesbrough, losing Ashton Gate the other day. Every time Millwall, you get a sniff of Millwall getting around them. Preston, they always have a disappointing result. Millwall getting beat away at Blackburn the other day. Hull, you think Hull are starting to play well. They get a big win at Stoke. And then they get battered by Borough. Stoke themselves, playing really well. Then they get smashed at home against Hull. I just feel like Stoke, Hull, Preston, there's not really anyone cementing that second automatic spot. And it might actually be someone coming from deep almost, like your Sheffield Uniteds or I don't know, maybe a Swansea. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if like Vitor Matos has had a great impact at Swansea early doors. Someone like that. It's amazing how much a run of 3 or 4 wins can just propel a team right up the table. 3-star Reds, I got Forest in the Derby County Premier League winner sweepstake this year. Generous Derby fan running it has said because his Christmas will increase prize from 300. Oh, nice. Bloody hell. Unknown, who would you want to replace Salah? Michael Elise, I think, is the one that we'll end up getting. Jack, yes, Arcade, how's it going? Jake says, yo, Key, you want to hear my new nickname for Arsenal? Go on, lad, give it us. Jimmy P says, Lacroix getting an own goal and missing a pen, still laughing at the end. Lucas, can Arsenal really win the league with no attacking player scoring 15 goals? They can. Yeah, they absolutely can win the league. Like I said, for me, they're just a bit bland, Arsenal. They'll win it, but if they win it, it's because City have thrown it away. That's it. Like, at the end of the day, they've won it because City have thrown it away. They're not they're not an all-timer or anything like that. They're a pretty poor side, Arsenal. But, they keep getting the job done. Like I said, they are the best side in Europe at controlling games. They are very risk-averse, very organised, very disciplined, very rigid, very Bolton Stoke 2008. But they're not a particularly good side to watch. Well, they're not. Particularly was being kind. They're a very difficult side to watch, aren't they? And that everyone was saying that in the chat last night. They are a very difficult side to watch. Very effective, though. Very, very effective. And they've got to keep going, haven't they? They've got to keep it going. But ultimately, if they're not winning games of football and playing this poorly, then like I said, that shit just wouldn't fly at Liverpool or United. Liverpool and United fans do not accept bad football that isn't winning football. Callum, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. RCPV, hey, do you sleep? I always see you streaming. Good for you. I do sleep, but I didn't sleep last night. You might see the bags under my eyes. My little girl was up last night. She was poorly. So, yeah, I was up with her and the missus last night, looking after her. So I'm thriving after about 2 hours sleep and a cup of tea. So I've got to power through today's games. I might not be at my lively best, but I am always live, yeah. Callum says Hull City 4th, Borough 2nd. Is this a 16-17 Premier League? Kane says, we are exciting to watch now going forward. Need to get some good midfielders and defenders in. You definitely need, I think, at least 2 defenders and definitely 2 sitting midfielders, United. But yeah, going forward, you've got real ability, haven't you? Cunha, Amad Diallo flying up the right, and Burmo's doing well. Sesko's got certain potential. Lamans, I think, was a good sign. I don't think he's necessarily been fantastic so far, but there's ability there with Senna Lamans. So I like a lot of those signings, but I just feel that you need a 2 or 3 signings minimum in the right places, United. Oh, before they can start talking about Champions League. Chazza, hope you and your family are okay, and Merry Christmas. Same to you, Chazza. Lots of love, mate. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you as always. Kane says Ornstein said Anderson is top of our list for the summer. What a player he would be at United. I'd like Elliot Anderson at Liverpool. Another player that United, if they end up pinching him, I'll be disappointed. Stephen Hardy, Arsenal will not win trophies with Arteta. Well, they've not won a tap in 6 years. Are they going to be able to win something soon? Red Rebellion, if Salah stays, he won't be replaced unless he decides to leave. We are not going to sign a replacement with a player earning 400 to 500k warming the bench. And I think that's why we were doing our due diligence to try and see if anyone would be up for signing him. Still a top player, but yeah, he's got to learn that he's a part of a team. It's not Mo Salah FC. Jimmy P says, adding a striker up top and look worse on the attack than ever, Key. Ben, did you watch the game last night? I did, yes. If a game's on, generally speaking, mate, I've seen it. Lisha, I'd happily take an Anderson or Maka off you. Hey, you can have Alexis McAllister. I'd give you Alexis McAllister for now. You can take him. With thanks, please. Someone take him. He's awful. Life is life. Should Liverpool go in for Origi on a free? No, please no. Please no. Red Rebellion, that is why it was best to let Salah go last season, which means we would have had his replacement already. I think it was the right decision to keep him. I do. I think it was the right decision to keep him, and I hope he sticks around and he gets his attitude right and he contributes. Because if he can, then he's the best player in the Premier League for me. He's top quality. You want Mo Salah in your side. You want him in your side. He's a Liverpool legend. Of course you want him in the side. But, you know, he's got to accept that his position's going to evolve. MT Lamans could not get past the ex-Liverpool lad Simon Mignolet. Still a good player though, isn't he? Still a good young keeper. Kane, apparently we are looking to add 2 top quality midfielders in the summer, and that means Bruno is leaving Man United. Needs to happen, doesn't it? Evolution, change. It's not always pleasant, but it is necessary. MT Origi is finished. Yeah, he is, isn't he? I mean, we saw him at Nottingham Forest. He had a gut bigger than mine, to be honest. So I can't say we should be signing him. Chazza, who do you think will win the SPFL? I really hope Hearts. I'd like to see Hearts go and do it this year. And life is life. Liverpool should go for Barcola or Rodrigo. Certainly 2 names we've been linked with. Yeah. ONKB10. Bertrand Traoré will score. Well, Bertrand Traoré's had a chance. Issa Kabori's had a chance. Both created by Dango Ouattara in the opening 15 minutes here. They're all playing pretty well for Burkina Faso. We've not really seen Equatorial Guinea in an attacking sense yet. It's been Burkina Faso controlling the game, where Drago's done very well in midfield. But Equatorial Guinea are no slouches. Like I said, they've got history of punching above their weight in this tournament. They are a very, very talented side, well coached. But up to this point there, you can see 2 shots in the game, 0 for Equatorial Guinea, 2 for Burkina Faso. Shadow Ninja says, I feel 1-1 for this game. Fair enough. Well, 1-1. I personally have gone for Burkina Faso, but I can understand why people might think Equatorial Guinea could shade something here. Life is life. Thoughts on Depay? Rumours to Liverpool as a short-term option? No. I would honestly rather we give people like Cade Gordon and Let's give the lads in the academy a go before we give Memphis Depay and Christ. I've heard people like Alexander Sørloth mentioned. We shouldn't be prioritising people like that. We should go and get the academy players dug out and put them in before we do that. Give Rio Ngamoa far more. I'd give Rio Ngamoa all the minutes that you're going to give to Memphis Depay. Silly. MT, I want the World Cup in Bolivia and the AFCON in Kenya. Nothing better than a football match at high altitude. And Shadow Ninja News says they massively hit above their weight last time, Equatorial Guinea. I believe they topped their group in the last AFCON. I think they got to the quarters, didn't they? Rodri, hi brother. How's it going, mate? Rodri is goated. How's it going? Owen KB says, thoughts on Sunderland this season, mate? They've been terrific. Absolutely terrific. Granit Xhaka, my signing of the season, I think, so far. And again, I don't want to do the whole I told you so thing, but when Granit Xhaka was announced by Fabrizio Romano in the summer, I got a load of stick on Twitter. I put a post on Twitter and I said this is an absolute game-changer signing for Sunderland. Might be the difference between keeping them up and them going down. And people were like, don't be ridiculous, he's finished. He's washed, bro. Zero ball knowledge, bro. Yeah, well, Granit Xhaka seems to have done all right, hasn't he? Samuel Mark Ingram says Bruno Fernandes, Diogo Dalot should leave in the January transfer window. Guilty Spark. Hey, lad, I've caught you today, Key. Hope you have a brilliant day with the family tomorrow. All the best, buddy, and Merry Christmas. Mate, same to you. Lots of love to the family. Hope everything's good. Health, wealth, and happiness to everyone watching. Shadow Ninja says, Dyche won't go down. I feel the group of Nottingham Forest squad prefer a low block. Rodri, Key, yesterday I went to the Arsenal match and met Saliba. It was well good. He scored a penalty as well, didn't he, Saliba? Nice, that was good, mate. Well, I'm glad, I'm happy for you. You got a good win too. Dion says, what team would you go for Wolves with all the injuries and potentially no Konate now? No Konate? Why? What's happened to Konate? Have I missed something with Konate? Is Konate missing for Wolves? Oh, that'd be grim. That'd be absolutely grim if we've got no Konate for Wolves. Joe Keepal, Howie, it's not really a Cinderella story with the amount they've spent. Oh, come on. Come on, give him some credit. Bet they spent less than bloody Newcastle. Kane, he's Ruben Amorim's man. He's better than Zidane. We've got Ruben Neves. Jimmy P. Comedy says Trainione. You can't put Trainione at centre-back. And Joe Gomez is injured as well. We might have to put Welty Lucky in. Get Welty Lucky in. He was on the bench against Spurs. Rodri Goated says, Key, who do you think will win the AFCON? I can't look past Senegal. Yeah, I've got my Senegal shirt just here. Senegal shirt from 2002. I've got that just behind me here. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Senegal. Tolga says, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea. He says the away team will win. He thinks Equatorial Guinea's going to get the win here. The Turkish supercomputer has predicted an Equatorial Guinea win in this one. And Shadow Ninja says, I've been saying the whole season Sunderland would stay up easily, and my friends laughed at me and said this is why Championship fans shouldn't predict the Premier League. Guess who's laughing now? Absolutely right. Joe says you talk about boring teams like Arsenal, but I'd say Sunderland are worse. Scrappy goals. Scrappy goals. Come on, mate. Your Newcastle, your hatred for him is blinding you. Guilty, I hope you're mentally preparing to play the Borough next season, Key. Listen, you lads got battered at Ashton Gate the other day. You're not coming up, I'm telling you. You're staying down there in the Championship. DC says, why would no Konate be bad? Your fans wanted him dropped all season. We haven't got any other centre-backs. We've got no other centre-backs. We've got nobody else who can play there. Owen says, yeah, mate, everyone said we'd be relegated by Christmas. Won the derby 6th on Christmas. Love it. And Dion says the only senior centre-backs in training yesterday were Virgil and Lucky. Yeah, it will be. Welty Lucky. It might well be. Kane, it's got Ndai's name on the back. It's an Everton Senegal shirt. It's actually not got a name on the back, but if it did have, in 2002, I probably would have got El Hadji Diouf. because he just signed for Liverpool and I'd have been very excited about him. However, I'm so glad that I didn't. Kane says, Key, has there been any memorable signings from Liverpool to United or the other way round? No, the only player who has ever transferred directly from Manchester United to Liverpool or the other way, I think, is Phil Chisnall. Phil Chisnall, I believe, went from Manchester United to Liverpool in the 60s. And that is the only direct transfer between the two clubs. There have been players who've played for both. Your Paul Inces, your Michael Owens, etc. But I think there's only ever been one that's directly transferred between the two clubs, and that was Phil Chisnall. Rodri, Key, I have you know, brother, I'm going to the AFCON, going to support my country, Tunisia. Would you say we have a chance to win it at all? Absolutely you do. Yeah, we've plenty of teams who are, plenty of people in the chat who've been saying Tunisia, you know. Bentham Goal says, would you rather have Mo Salah or Doku? Mo Salah. Mo Salah, definitely. Guilty Spark says, give over. We were all over them, not worried in the slightest. I still don't think you make the automatics. I think the playoffs is about the best that Borough will manage. Corner for Burkina Faso. Get it in the box. Come on. Pulls it back. Easy clearance for Equatorial Guinea. That's not a foul, ref. That's not a foul, ref. That's not a foul, ref. Oh. Shamner says it's Christmas. You should be having a family day with so many coming over. Maybe a helping hand to your wife. My wife is currently looking after our poorly little girl, mate. She is. We took her to the. Well, we was up all last night. You might see the bags under my eyes. We was up all last night looking after my little girl. She's poorly at the minute. She's got flu, so she's just. Not great. She's not like really, really poorly. Just a bit. So we took her to the doctors this morning, and she's looking after her while I watch the game, and then I'm going back and cooking dinner. So I'm going to be going back and cooking dinner after this. We're going to have a lovely evening, and then I'm going to come back tonight after my little girl's gone to bed. I'm going to come back tonight and watch Cameroon against Gabon. So I had a lovely morning with them. Now I'm watching this. And then I'll go back and have a lovely afternoon, evening with them, cook dinner, and then it'll be time for my little girl to go to bed. Ready for Father Christmas coming. Leon United says, I think Robbo will play there. Robbo at centre-back. He's only done that once this season against Southampton. He was dreadful. He was all over the place. Kane says that's got to be some kind of record, surely, in the Premier League. It might be, yeah. There's not that many, certainly, in the whole history. Like I said, I think Phil Chisnall is the last one. Ollie says, Michael Owen to Manchester United, worst transfer ever. Hey, he won you a title. Jimmy P, I love it. Salah has one bad season, and now they're comparing him to Doku. SAFC says, I'm hoping Burkina Faso win because Traoré plays for them and he plays for us. Sunderland, love it. Love it, Joey. Nice. Good to see you in the chat, Joey. Stick around, mate. Give us a follow. Joe says, that's a shame just before Christmas. To be honest, she's been poorly for about a week. That's why we took her to the doctors. Because she just keeps everything she has. She's bringing it back up. Sorry to be so descriptive. But she can't keep anything down. She's she's really poorly. So, but the doctor said this morning it's just viral. It's nothing. There's nothing to worry about. She's fine. It's just viral. So, couple of days and hopefully she'll be fine. Rodri said, Key, personally, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I hope you have a superb day tomorrow with the family. Thank you very much, mate. Lots of love and like I said, whatever you're doing with your family. Health, wealth and happiness to you and yours at this time of year, wherever you're from, whatever corner of the world you're from, whatever you celebrate. Lots of love to you. Kane says, best striker in the Prem is between Andy Carroll and Gabby Agbonlahor. Jimmy P, I still need to wrap my gifts. I'm so lucky I can't rap. I can rap if we're talking about Eminem rap, but I can't rap gifts. It looks like a dog's had to go at it. So the missus, she did that. She did the rapping. I did the buying, she did the wrapping. C. Wheatley, all right, Key lad, how's it going? And Ben says, remember Ainter wanting to come to Liverpool? Yeah, Gabriel Ainter. He was close to joining us, wasn't he? He wanted to come, and Alex Ferguson said, absolutely no chance, not a chance. I wouldn't sell them lot anything. Rodriguez Goated says, Key, do you recall any Tunisian players in the Premier League? Yes. Radi Jaidi. I think Radi Jaidi was Tunisian, wasn't he? He played for Bolton. I think he played for Birmingham as well, Radi Jaidi. Yeah. Radi Jaidi was a very good centre-back. Plus, of course, Wabi Kazri, who played for Sunderland. He was there for a while. Trying to think who else there might have been, to be honest. Isn't Hannibal Tunisian as well? Hannibal, who plays for Burnley. I'm sure Hannibal is. Yeah, there you go. Rodri Hannibal Mabry. Yeah. Ben Tangol, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, mate. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Kazri, yeah. Lisha, Key, keep quiet. That's for the quiz. Hey, I'm sorry, mate. I apologise. Giving the game away. Jake says, always take the fun out of games. The new nickname I've got for Arsenal is Boring FC. Hey, listen, like I said, if they win the league, they'll be happy because they've not won it for a couple of decades. Saying that, they've not won the League Cup in 30 years, you know. 1992, I think, 92, 93, something like that was when they last won the League Cup under George Graham. So there's not really many Arsenal fans that will have seen them win the Carling Cup, or the Carabao Cup, rather. Kane, if it works, it works, but it's never worked. Exactly, that's it. That's the problem, innit? As long as they're top and they keep doing what they're doing, they'll be fine with it. But if you keep playing like that, you've got to win. You have to win. Like I said, United fans, Liverpool fans wouldn't tolerate playing like that unless it was giving them trophies every year. It's very difficult to watch. Shadow says, that's who I was thinking of. Couldn't remember the name of the Sunderland one. Yeah, he was a good player, Wabi Kazri. Yeah, he was all right. I'll tell you what, there's more fans in this stadium now. I think it's only a relatively small stadium, this one, in Casablanca. I think it's only maybe, is it 45,000 seater? I don't even think it's 45. I think it's less than that, isn't it? Might be 15,000. Where is the game being played? No, it is 45. Yeah, Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca. This game is being played at 45,000 seater. I would wager it's maybe 10% full. Yeah. Daz Reynolds, what's your 11 for Saturday? Well, allegedly, Kanate hasn't been in training. Kanate's maybe picked up a knock, which would mean it's probably going to be Van Dijk and Welty Lucky at centre-back, or Van Dijk and Gravenberch, which gives us a problem in midfield then, doesn't it? So it'll be Jones, McAllister, Soboslai, Wirtz, again, probably as a midfield 4, rather. Ekatike and Chiesa, maybe. Or Ekatike and Rio. And Daz, also, what game are you doing later? I am doing later Cameroon v Gabon at 8 PM tonight. I'll be live for that one at about 7:45. So come and check me out tonight. Cameroon v Gabon. If you haven't yet, please do click like and follow and subscribe. Like I said, I'm live every single day. I'm even live tomorrow. I will be the only watch-along channel on YouTube. On the whole of football watch-along channels, I guarantee I'm the only one live tomorrow. We're doing the only games, the only league in the whole world that is playing football on Christmas Day. The Saudi Pro League. And I'm going to be doing a watch-along of it tomorrow. So if you fancy watching the Saudi Pro League with me, and we'll have a little Christmas Day chat. Might even have a little Christmas Day water. Little Christmas Day water. Something like that while I've got my Christmas dinner. If you fancy a bit of that, then come and join me. Daz, isn't Dom suspended? He is, isn't he? Oh, that's grim. Wolves are gonna get something against us. Well, then we're gonna have to be very creative, aren't we? It's probably gonna have to be maybe Endo comes back in if he's available. If not Endo, then we might have to put Naoni in there. But I can see Rio Engamoa getting a game tomorrow. I really can. Equatorial Guinea with a chance here. Strike from distance. Oh, over the bar. Unlucky. The Egyptian referee is handing out a yellow card here to Mascarelli. Is it to Mascarelli? No. Who's he booked? Is it Ouattara? Yeah, Ouattara's just been booked. He absolutely flew through Mascarelli. Shusware says, that's sad, mate. Enjoy it with your kids. Listen, my little girl will be playing with the toys. I'm live with her I'm live with her. I'll be with her all day to about 5 o'clock, and she'll be getting ready for bed. So I've got Christmas Day all day with her. I'm having a lovely day tomorrow. But at 5 o'clock, I'm going to watch a bit of Christmas footy. With you. Alicia says Key goes from 45k to maybe 10k. Victor, are you okay with the headache? Headaches still there kind of thing. I've not had a good night's sleep last night. Ben says, if Endo can't get a start versus Wolves, he's defo shack. This is Slot. I think he's injured. Yeah, Slot was saying I think he's injured. Shuswe says, yeah, but it's a crap game, mate. Well, some would argue this is a crap game. Some would argue, you never know what's going to be a crap game and what's going to be a good game. Listen, do you know what one of the best games on this channel is? The best games I've ever watched on this channel was Livingston against Ross County in a Scottish Championship playoff game. One of the best games I've ever seen doing this channel. No one would have told me that was a good game of football beforehand, but we did it. What's the most watched live we have ever had on this channel in a year of doing football watch-alongs? The most watched live we've had was Mali v Zambia the other day. You wouldn't have said that was a particularly good game, but it turned out to be. So you never know. Like I said, Christmas Day, plenty of people are going to be lonely this Christmas. I'll be live with a few of them. Ben Tamgol says, which club are you a fan of? I'm a Liverpool fan. Kane says, giving me the vibe, cheeky pint and a packet of crisps. And Kieran says, when do you stop talking about Arsenal, lad? Usually when divvies stop asking me about him, Kieran. Shuswe says, what was the score? I think it was 5-4 or 4-3. I can't remember. It was a great game, though. Kieran says, he hate watches every Arsenal game, bro. I watch every game, Kieran. Again, that's the whole purpose of the channel. I watch every game. I don't know if you've clocked, but I'm watching Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea right now. You know, if you think this is all about Arsenal, mate, I can promise you it ain't about Arsenal. Mr. Edwards, afternoon key. Last day at work before Christmas. 5 hours to go. Love it, mate. Last day at work. On Christmas Eve. Grafting. I love it. I love it. Well, enjoy your last day at work. Enjoy your Christmas Day tomorrow. Like I said, health, wealth and happiness to you and yours, mate. Lots of love. It's a corner kick to Burkina Faso. Ball whipped in by Traoré. Cleared away. Pretty poor corner. Chance again. Easy for the keeper, that. SAFC Joey says, Kazri was a baller, mate, and that free kick against Chelsea was mint. Ryan Sturgis, what channel is it on? It's on 143, mate. If you've got Virgin or Sky or whatever, it's on channel 47, which is 143. Go and check it out. Kane, salt on the fire. It's true, isn't it, though? Honestly, these people, they think it's all about them. It's not all about you, Kieran. It's not all about you. God. Ugh. Dregs at the bottom of a tea. Shusway says it was 2-0 Ross County, Livingston, mate. No, it was two-legged. It was two-legged, mate. It was two-legged. Here you go. It was that one. Ross County 2, Livingston 4. 26th of May, 2025. There you go. That was the one. Brian O'Telly. What do you do if Ekatike stole your cup of tea? Probably demand he makes me a new one. Kane, it's because you have the same name and you're fighting for ownership. Ben, 12-0 to the mighty Faso. Well, so far, we're 37 minutes in and... no, 12-0 is not likely to happen. The Les Etalons, as the Burkina Faso national team are known as. Les Etalons, which is the Stallions. Or Les Faucons Peregrines, which is the Peregrine Falcons. Either way, that's what they're known as. They are not playing so well so far. Not any real chances in the game for them. And the Red Devils, the Equatorial Guinea national side, they are defending pretty well. Here's Kabore, out to Ouattara, back post. If he can find him. Poor. Bertrand Traoré is going to have to recycle it over the far side. In the box. Chance! Oh, great clearance. Kane Ekatike steals my cup of tea. I steal his wife. He might not be that way inclined. Ben says second half will be crazy, trust me. Will says as in Issa Kabore. Yeah, Issa Kabore of... Oh, no, not Issa Kabore is on the bench. There's Kabore who plays at centre forward for them. He's for... Who does he play for, Issa Kabore? Not Issa Kabore. Oh, I can't remember his name now. He's the centre forward for him. SAFC Joey, do you watch many Sunderland matches? Yeah, mate, we're watching Sunderland against Leeds on... I can't remember what day. Coming up, we've got Sunderland Leeds coming up next couple of days. But yeah, I watch a lot of Sunderland matches. In fact, I can tell you, when was the last Sunderland matches we did? Sunderland we did against... We did Sunderland Newcastle. We did the Time Weir Derby. That was 9 days ago. And we did... What was the one we did before that? The last Sunderland game we did before that was... Was it the Everton one? Might have been Sunderland-Everton. I think it was, you know. Sunderland-Everton before that. Sunderland-Arsenal. We did Sunderland-Arsenal, Sunderland-Everton, Sunderland-Newcastle. We got Sunderland-Leeds coming up. Litcher says Pierre Landry. SAF Joey says, I'm going. I have a season ticket and for 4 years. I'm going to Everton away in the cup. Good lad. Kane says, Key, is it true your wife's favourite player is Kadou de Laundry? Kadou de Laundry. I like it. I like it. I was thinking then who's Kadou Kadou de Laundry. Bentham Goal says, the season Ekatiki's been better than Isak, but Isak is starting to play good. Well, he did until he broke his leg, yes. LJ says, hi Key, hope everything is okay today. Anyway, what players are examples? Like, who are players where goals and assists aren't the most important thing? The most important thing? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends where they are. If they're attackers, then goals and assists are always... That's always what they're going to get judged on, isn't it? Like, we know Florian Wirtz has been playing particularly well for Liverpool recently. He's got 3 or 4 man of the matches in the last month. But everyone's still having a pop at him because he hasn't scored and he hasn't really created. So, yeah, there's some positions that are only judged on that. Daz, did you do Sunderland v Liverpool? I did, yes. Yeah, I did do Sunderland-Liverpool as well. Will says, isn't French one of the languages of both Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea? Yeah. French, to be honest, French dominates a lot of West and Central Africa. Yeah, French. There's obviously Portuguese as part of Africa that has large Portuguese language speakers as well. Cape Verde, for example, being one. But there's, yeah, certainly French enclaves in Africa. Lots of French speakers. Daz says, any Premier League players playing today? Yes, there is. There's Dango Ouattara on the left. There's Bertrand Traoré on the right. Issa Kabore is on the bench. He plays for Wrexham. Edmond Tapsoba, who you might know, plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He's a very good centre-back for Leverkusen. Plays alongside Jarrell Kwanzaa. And Simba Treku. How's it going, Simba? Chatana says, any half-time quizzes on the agenda today, Key? Hopefully. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be a half-time quiz. SAFC Joey, how's Traoré playing? To be honest, Dango Ouattara's been the best player. There's not really been any great chances for either side. It's been a bit of a dull and flat game so far. Tiatana and Angola, yeah, Angola and Mozambique are also Portuguese speaking. That always fascinates me. That I love watching sort of anything historic and geography related. I love stuff like that. So it always fascinates me when you hear of places around the world which speak languages you would never quite expect. Like the place in Argentina, which is basically they all speak Welsh in Argentina. There's a little village in Argentina, where a load of, I think it was farmers or miners came over. Oh, big chance here. Huge chance here for Burkina Faso. Ouattara. Oh, he's got it all wrong. He's got it all wrong, and it's great defending by Saúl Coco to keep him out. I tell you what, it was so close to getting in front there. Simbo says, Je veux apprendre votre langue. I don't know what that means, but it sounds sexy. Normal Guy said, good morning from America and Merry Christmas Eve. Merry festivities to you as well, Normal Guy. Lots of love to you and yours, mate. Health, wealth and happiness to you and your family. Lots of love. Shuswa says, Key, score prediction on this Burkina Faso game. I did predict Burkina Faso to win. And I still think they will. However, Equatorial Guinea have defended quite well so far. How do you see this game ending? I think it probably finishes 1-0 to either side. I think we're seeing a game very similar to the Mali v Zambia one the other day. I think it's going to be... We're going to see a goal pinched off a set piece or something, and that's going to decide it. It's going to be 1-goal game, this one. Patagonia, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Patagonia. It was miners coming over. I think it was miners who basically went over from Wales over to Argentina, settled, and that little, like, district in Argentina is fully Welsh speaking. It's brilliant. Kane, do you know the Arsenal fans keep saying you're mentioning Arsenal, but it's them coming in the chat? Yeah. You should see some of the comments I get. It's absolutely fantastic. MT says, Botswana the only team which let me down. Equatorial Guinea proving their quality. Botswana only had one touch in the opposition penalty area yesterday. That's how badly they were dominated. Ouattara, very poor ball in. Mulzer, has there been a shot on target yet? There hasn't, mate, yet. No, it's been pretty flat for the opening 45 minutes. Sadly. Jay Gordo, thoughts on Leeds at the moment? Is it a Dominic Calvert-Lewin miracle, or will it continue for him? I'll be honest with you, Gordo. I think Leeds go down. And the reason I think Leeds go down is because I think goals are going to be a problem for you long term. I don't think Leeds score enough. I don't think they threaten or create enough, and I don't think they score enough. Now, I appreciate I'm saying that off the back of them scoring 3 against my team, Liverpool, and 4 against Palace in the last game. So I know how hypocritical that might sound, but I am going to stand my ground on it. I'm going to die on that hill. I think Leeds go down because I don't think they've got enough attacking talent. If they change that in January, then, you know, things could change. Big chance for Burkina Faso again there. Kabore smashed it over the bar. Poor. Should be at least a chance for something the keeper has to save there, but he smashes it over the bar. Easy does it. You did do a hate-along last night, and you're not even in the competition. Again, mate, you seem to be getting this channel confused as an Arsenal hate-along channel. We're watching Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea right now. I watch football every day, no matter who's playing. So, It's not about Arsenal. It's not an Arsenal hate-along. That was purely coinky-dink. I promise you. Mr. Edward says Leeds are just in a purple patch. They will drop off. They're just a yo-yo club. That's harsh. I wouldn't say they are just a yo-yo club. They're a good club, Leeds, but I do expect that they'll go down. I have to agree with that. I think they'll go down. Jay Gordo, I understand that. I'd love to see Harry Wilson come to Leeds, but I don't see Fulham moving him on. He's been incredible, hasn't he, so far this season? Very underrated player, Harry Wilson. Like him a lot. Tolga says, Lucenzo, I code each match individually, match minutes. Good lad. Bentham goal at half-time. Let's play a game with the chat. You have to ask a question and answer. Yeah, we do. We do a half-time quiz, mate. Mulzer says, what channel are you watching this game on? It's on 143. Yeah, so if you go to Sky or Virgin, 143, it's channel 47. That's the name of the channel, not number 47. Channel 47 is the name of the channel. The actual channel number is 143. Kane, we're not gunning for you. Luke Etherington, why are there one football match on Friday, Boxing Day? Just the schedule, Luke, yeah. Just the Premier League have put United Newcastle on Boxing Day, so I'll be live for that one. But I'm also live earlier in the day for... I think it's Egypt, South Africa, isn't it? Egypt, South Africa early on. And then straight after that, we're going to do United Newcastle on Boxing Day. Up the toffees. Intriguing to see what the quiz will be on today, considering it's Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea. Name me 5 players who've played in the Premier League from Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea. Go! No, it's not that. It really isn't that. I think you'd struggle, to be honest. I don't know if there's been 5. We can know Bertrand Traoré and Dango Ouattara, but after that it gets a bit tricky, doesn't it? Actually, let's see. Has there actually been any others? Issa Kabore for Luton Town and Nasser Jiga for Wolves. He's Burkina Faso. Any from Equatorial Guinea? Equatorial Guinea, yeah. Pedro Obiang and Emilio Nsue. There we go. We could have done 5, actually. That question would have actually worked. Key, are you watching any more of the AFCON games today, mate? I am, yeah. I'm live at 8 o'clock tonight for Cameroon against Gabon. So if you fancy watching along to Brian and Burmo against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, then please do. That'll be a very, very good game. Bentham Goal, which app are you using? App? No app. No, you just put the answers in the chat. Yeah, we'll just do the answers in the chat. STWST Red, are you looking forward to your Arsenal shirt for Christmas? And, yo, Ethan, how's it going? Kane, Agate and Casemiro pivot. Can't wait. Right, one sec. Bradders, isn't there a Traoré from Burkina Faso that played in the Prem? Yes, he's playing right now, and he plays for Sunderland at the minute. So he's, yeah, Burkina Faso. Bertrand Traoré had played for Villa, Chelsea, now at Sunderland. Sam, hey Key, Merry Christmas, how's it going? And Lucenzo says, I need goals, and more goals. The toffees, let's get it. What's the question? Right, hang on. I'm trying to get the answers up. Wait a second. Remember Charlie Masonda? Yeah, Charlie Masonda. Whatever happened to him? Right, hang on a second. So, here we go. I think this is the one I need. For God's sake. Right, so. Oh, I think we've already done it, haven't we? Shizer. The question was, we'll do it anyway, we'll do it again. There have been 5 African goalkeepers in the Premier League. 5 African goalkeepers in the Premier League. I can't list you. I can't get onto that. I can't get onto TikTok to get the question. There've been 5 African goalkeepers in the Premier League. Can you name them? 5. There you go. Charlie Masonda had an injury, never truly recovered. Onana, Mendy, correct. Both correct. Keep going. Luis Hidalgo, Merry Christmas, y mucho Betis. Good lad, good to see you, Luis. How's it going? Still got my Betis shirt somewhere. Here. I think it's, there you go. Here. Still got my Betis shirt. Hey, lots of love to Betis. Lots of love to Betis, mate. Cracking kit, that, by the way. Old Betis kit. Lots of love, Lewis. Hi, Merry Christmas, mate. Yeah, Mendy, Onana, both correct. Keep them coming. Richard Kingston. Richard Kingston is right. Ex-Wigan goalkeeper. Richard Kingston. Former Ghana goalkeeper. Richard Kingston. 2 more to get. Luke says, if Jamal Musiala left Bayern Munich, where would he end up? Probably City. Kane says Ikimi. Yeah, Carl Ikimi used to play for Wolves. Sadly got cancer, didn't he, Carl Ikimi? He retired quite early. But a goalkeeper who played for Nigeria and for Wolves. Let's just follow me on X. 1 sec. Let me see if I can get onto X. I have to use a different browser, mate. That's all. It's an absolute nightmare. I might have to log back in. No results for Kovaloa. Can't find Kovaloa. Can't find anyone called that. People. There's no results for Kovaloa. 0 results for Kovaloa, mate. I've searched for it. Ikimi we've got, yeah. Akim, how's it going? Bentham goal. Yeah, Bruce Grobbelaar Bentham goal is correct. That's the last one there. There you go. There's your 5 African goalkeepers who've played in the Premier League. Yeah. Onana. Andre Onana of Manchester United. Still a Man United player, of course. Edouard Mendy won the Champions League with Chelsea. Senegalese. Edouard Mendy, and then you've got Richard Kingston, who played for Wigan and Ghana. Carl Ikimi, the Nigerian keeper who played for Wolves. And finally, Bruce Grobbelaar, the Liverpool legend, Bruce Grobbelaar. Lisha, I've commented on your latest post. Oh, there you go. It's Coviola. It's Coviola. You said Covaloa. That's why. Right, follow, sorted. We should be able to send it me now with a bit of luck. Kane, he's not a United player. We don't claim him. John Guidetti. John Guidetti, what's the matter with him? Swedish striker John Guidetti, isn't he? Okay, we are approaching the second half here. Approaching the second half here for Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea in Casablanca. What do you think for the second half? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in your comments. What are you thinking? Half time. Who wins this one? In fact, let's start a poll. Start a poll. Okay, there you go. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you're thinking. Kane says, did you see Rasmus throwing shots at United? No, what did he say? What did he say? Bentham goal, I won the question, right? You did, yeah, you won it. Good lad. Bradders, who's had the better first half? Better first half? I would say it's been Burkina Faso, but then again, you could look at it and say, well, actually, you know, Equatorial Guinea have defended really, really well. And they are still level, 0-0. They'd take a point, I think, wouldn't they? You'd be pretty happy with a point if you was Equatorial Guinea here. Burkina Faso may be one of the outsiders for the tournament, so yeah, it'd be a good result if they managed to get it. If they managed to pinch a point. But I think Burkina Faso, it's fair to say, they've had most of the ball in that opposition half. They've had most of the chances, but it's just not quite gone their way. Callum, I've gone for the draw in this one and then Cameroon to win later. We're doing Cameroon v Gabon later. Yes, that one's going to be a good game to watch later on. Right, 1 second, Licia, let me have a look. Where are you? There you are. Is that every single country that's in the AFCON? It's not every single country in the AFCON. Name 3 players from each nation. I think that one might be a bit convoluted, mate. We might need to reshape that one for tonight. Because that's not really... Name 3 players from certain African nations. They'd be all over the place. Like wild man shit. MT, I like the equator, so I want Guinea to win. Listen, not every single one though, just the only one who qualifies through the questions. Alright, go on. Name 3 Democratic Republic of Congo players that have played in the Premier League. Fire away. We'll do them as hot fire questions. Name me 3 players who've played for the Democratic Republic of Congo and in the Premier League. Barry, what are you watching it on? I'm watching it on 4/7, channel 143, mate, if you've got Sky. Kane says he said something about this is what a good decision looks like after winning a trophy. Man scored 6 goals for them, he needs to pipe down. He's still doing well though, isn't he? Ben says Mbakani for Norwich. Tuanzebe, Sadiki, Wan-Bissaka. All good answers, I believe. Yeah, you could have also had Balassi, Malumbu, Gail Kakuta, Arthur Mazwaku. Okay, fair enough. Let's go with 3 Egyptians. 3 Egyptians who've played in the Premier League. Played for Egypt and played for a Premier League team. Egyptians. Fire away. Shadow Ninja, Sadiki, Wan-Bissaka and Wissa. Yannick Balassi, all good answers, yeah. Come on, we're on to Egyptians now. Empty says Bakambu. I don't think Bakambu never played in the Prem, did he? Stayed in Spain and China. Marmouche, Salah, El Ghazi, El Neni, Mido, Amir Zaki, yeah, all great shouts. Okay, fair enough. Go on, let's keep going. Morocco. Give me 3 Moroccans who've played in the Premier League and for Morocco. In fact, 5. I want 5 Moroccans. I'm testing you. You're getting a bit too easy with all these. Give me 5 Moroccans. We're switching from Egypt to Morocco, to another North African country. 5 Moroccans. Nabil Elzar says Ben. Kane says Agurd, yeah. Nayef Agurd plays for West Ham. Shadow Salamamouche Trezeguet. I hope I spelt right. That's absolutely bang on. Ziyech is correct. Ziyech, Nayef Agurd, Elzar, keep them coming. Who else? Amrabat, yeah. Chamakh for Arsenal blood. Yeah, very, very fair. All good answers. You could have also had Romain Saiss from Wolves. Sofiane Boufal, of course, from Southampton. Yeah, Romain Saiss. Great shout up the toffees. Well done. Adel Tarapts. Adel Tarapts, what a player he was as well, yeah. All right, come on, let's keep them going. 5 Cameroonian. Now we'll go to the team tonight. We're watching Cameroon v Gabon tonight. Let's do 5 Cameroon players who've played in the Premier League. Give me 5 Cameroon players who've played in the Premier League. Magnus, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Magnus. Lots of love. Health, wealth and happiness to you and yours, mate. Baleba, Mbermo, Onana, Matip. We should have done 10, shouldn't we? Come on, keep them coming. Mbermo's right, yes. Bilal El Khanous, forgotten one, says Empty. Yeah, good shout. Come on, keep coming with Cameroon players. Idrissa Gueye is Senegalese, Kane. He's not Cameroon. Mark Harris, Jemba, correct. Koulibaly, Senegalese. Why are you naming Senegalese players, Kane? You keep naming Senegalese players. Essien is Ghanaian. Yeah, Essien played for Ghana. Cameroon is Eto, correct. Eto is right. And Burmo, Choupo-Moting, Matip, Onana, all right. Who else have we got? Benoit Assoikoto, fantastic shout. Frank Sambo Anguissa, plays for Napoli now, doesn't he? Great shout over on Twitch, yeah. Alex Song, love that. Great shout. Rigobert Song, even better, Adrian. A Liverpool player, Rigobert Song. Lauren, great shout from Bentangol. Lauren. What a fullback he was, by the way. Lauren, fantastic right back for Arsenal. Great Arsenal side. Mark Vivian Foe, of course. Mark Vivian Foe. Poor fella. Lots of love to Mark Vivian Foe. MT Abubakar. I don't think Vincent Abubakar ever played in the Prem. I think if he did, he'd have played for West Ham, wouldn't he? West Ham's the type of team that signs Vincent Abubakar, I think. Chimey Abue. No, Abue was Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire. But that is pretty much. You've definitely done 5. You've definitely qualified for 5 there. So we've passed now. We're about to kick off for the second half. I'll let you off with that. We've had 5 Cameroonian AFCON players there. We'll keep throwing some more nations out later on. We'll keep them coming. But if you did well in that, if you liked that, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. Much love to Lisha for putting those stuff together. Really appreciate it. Christopher Ray, is that meant to be Adrian? He was Liberia, wasn't he? Chachua, great shout, Magnus. Chachua, yeah, it's a bit of a rogue one, isn't it, from Wolves? A lot of people wouldn't have spotted that one. Right, we're off for the second half here. Sammy is Inaki Williams in Burkina Faso. No, Inaki Williams is Ghana. And I don't believe Ghana have actually qualified for the tournament, have they? Oh, what a run this is. Should be. Oh, great effort from Bertrand Traoré there. I think it was Dango Ouattara who created it. Did very well. And it's a good save from the keeper. C. Wheatley, I'm hoping to have Mandava and Traoré back soon as possible. And Jean Micoun. Yeah, Jean Micoun. Played for Aston Villa for a while, didn't he, Jean Micoun? Braz Balint, Merry Christmas, mate. Keep it up. Thank you very much, sir. Keep coming back and letting me know. I appreciate it. I need the love. I'm getting lots of hate from Arsenal fans today, so I need a little bit of love every so often. Sammy says Ghana used to be good. They're still a good country, good side. Just maybe a little bit disorganised at this moment in time. But still some very, very talented Ghanaian footballers. MT says Ghana hasn't, and it's funny, direct to the World Cup and no AFCON. Tolga says, Happy New Year, my friend Chimey. And DC Wheatley says Morocco win the whole thing for me. There's plenty of people favouring Morocco, yeah. The hosts, everyone thinks Morocco will probably get it done this time. Wouldn't be surprising, would it? Lots of great countries in the North Africa region there. Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, Morocco. All of them would be in with a shout of winning this tournament, you'd think. Tiatana says, can we all get a thank you to the regular who puts these together? Well, to be fair, it's usually me, but Lisha has helped in the last couple of days and put them together for us in the last couple of days. It's been absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, lots of really good people who help out in the channel, and Lisha's certainly one of them. He's a great lad. Adrian says, Christopher Wu plays for Rennes. Oh, I didn't even see. Apologies. Wasn't Kevin Prince Boateng Cameroonian? No, Prince Boateng was also Ghanaian. Oh, no, actually. No. Oh, he was, yeah. Kevin Prince Boateng was Ghanaian, and Jerome Boateng was German, right? Yeah, that's same as Inaki Williams was Ghanaian, and Nico Williams is Spanish, yeah. Magnus isn't Tapsoba from Burkina Faso. He is, yeah. He's starting today. And Sammy, did Senegal play already? They did, yeah. We watched them yesterday. Senegal 3, Botswana 0 yesterday. MT says, rank the top 5 Belgian goalkeepers. Courtois, Sells, Casteels, Lamens, Penders, Kaminski, Milos Villar. It'd have to be Courtois, Sells, probably Milos Villar, then Lamens, then Casteels, Penders and Kaminski. There you go, that would be mine. Is there going to be a check here for a possible red card? The referee's gone to have a look. I think it could be a VAR for a possible... Oh, that's a naughty one. This is going to be a red card for Equatorial Guinea. Oh, I tell you what, I didn't notice it at the start, but it's a definite red card. This one's a certain red card for Equatorial Guinea. Oh, it's a really, really bad one, you know. Oh, that's a dreadful tackle. He's straight out, the referees. Doesn't need to take too much of a look at this one. And I'm pretty confident that we're going to see the end of Ndong, the left back. Here you go. VAR, yellow card, wiped out. And it's going to be a straight red. It's a straight red for Basilo Ndong, who plays for Tirana in the Albanian league. Basilo Ndong, the left back, has been sent off, and he's absolutely devastated, in fairness. But it is a red card for Equatorial Guinea. And it's a shame, you know, because I don't think he intended that. Yeah, I don't think he intended it, but it certainly is. Certainly is a red card. Very nasty one on Bertrand Traoré. Right down his ankle. Naughty. And there we go. Marked off a red card for Equatorial Guinea. That was very bad, says Vo Styler. Absolutely. Twisted Fate, Merry Christmas Eve, Key. That was a horrible tackle. Yeah. Charmy says Casteels is criminally underrated. He's all right, but I just... Too many mistakes for me. Faso should be through now. Not what you want as a Sunderland fan. Not given it was Bertrand Traoré who got absolutely done as well, let's be honest. But he's off the pitch. He's been sent off, Ndong. And Burkina Faso, I mean, Bertrand Traoré's got up now. He's fine. The goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea has gone down now. I don't know if this is just a stall Might be just to kill a bit of time, I think this. I think this is stalling tactics so they can get someone else on. But Owono, who is the goalkeeper for Equatorial Guinea, currently at FC Andorra in the Segunda Liga. Who does he play for? He's on loan at FC Andorra. Oh, he's on loan from Alaves. Yeah. Jesus Owono, the Alaves goalkeeper, currently on loan at FC Andorra in the Spanish Segunda Liga. Montpeteti says Montpeteti Tinga. Sorry, Montpeteti Tinga. Love that name. Burkina Faso should be winning this one, I think so. MT says, what city is this match played in? It is played in Casablanca. It's at the stadium of Wydad Casablanca, I believe. 45,000 seater stadium. It's a lovely stadium. Probably only about 10% full though. Great news for the over 2, says Lucenzo. Well, yeah, it's going to be a change here for Equatorial Guinea. I think they're just trying to bring on a defender to try and shore things up at the back now because they've lost their left back. Charles Ondo coming on for Louis Assu. And Louis Assu is one of the players who's really highly thought of at Equatorial Guinea. Currently plays in China for Shanghai Shenhua. Used to play for, was it Guimarães or Moriente? I can't remember. He played in Portugal. But either way, he's off the pitch now. He's been subbed off. Lisha says the Equatorial Guinea forward Zuniga plays for Real Madrid under 21s. And Kane says Menu, Bruno, De Ligt and Maguire all out for Boxing Day. Grim. Faso have to win now, you would think. Extra man. Listen, it's harder to play against 10 men. Sometimes you find that. Sometimes it's a lot harder to play against 10 than it is against 11. Because they sit in. They're not interested now. If you're Equatorial Guinea, you're probably looking at this and thinking, do you know what? We'll take a point. A point's a good result here now. Tolga says, even if they get 10 red cards, the away team will not lose. Double chance is important. Push hard, Equatorial Guinea. Well, I think if there's a goal, mate, if there's a goal for Burkina Faso, then it probably is all over. But Equatorial Guinea now pushing forward. They've only got one player up from. Oh, that's a yellow card. That's got to be a yellow card, surely. That has to be a yellow card. No? Is he not getting a yellow card for that? They're going defensive now, says Vos Styler. Yeah, they're accepting a point, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's exactly what you'd expect. Oh, that's a foul. Oh my God, how was the referee give a goal kick there? Oh my God. Dango Ouattara has just beat them. All ends up. He gets to the byline and gets absolutely cleared out. And the referee has just given a goal kick. Shocking. Kane says, would you start Lisha Martinez in midfield if you were the manager tonight? I think they have to, don't they? Let's be honest. If it's Bruno Fernandes out and Menu's out and it's just Casemiro, they probably do need a little bit of balance in there. And yeah, there's not really any other option, is there? I'd certainly rather have Lisandro Martinez in there than Agate. However, I feel like if you don't play Agate, it's a very clear message that you're sending him, isn't it? Let's be honest. That is Agate's position. And if you were Agate and he played a centre-back in your position over you, that's a very clear message. You're just not in my team anymore. So I don't think he can do that if he's still relying on Agate for the rest of this season. Chimey, I'm going under 1.5. Oh, I can see that. I think that's a very fair shout. Kane says, I better not see Delo as captain. And the footy plug Agate is so bad. Yeah, it's not good, is he? He's been very poor for United. Big up Aham says, what was the red card for? It was a very bad tackle from Ndong of Equatorial Guinea. He a little bit similar to the Xavi Simons one on Van Dijk the other day. Kind of like raked down the back of Bertrand Traoré's leg. It was a naughty tackle. Definite red card. The referee only gave a yellow initially, and then he went to the byline. VAR, check it. Red card quite easily. So, yeah, it's 11 v 10 now, and we're into the last 35 minutes of the game. Burkina Faso pushing, trying to get that go-ahead goal. Far post. Straight out of play. Vincent Jamie Lane says, how is the African Scouser? I was going to do an accent then, and then I realised how offensive that might be to try and do an amalgamation of Scouse and African. So I'm not going to do it, because I'm neither Scouse nor African. Up the posh. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Are you fancying Peterborough in the Boxing Day fixtures this year? Twisted Fate, that was a hilarious tackle. I'd have given a goal kick too. Kyle Riot. Hate watching Arsenal has given you a career in it. I rate that, man. Fair play. Well, not quite a career, no. Not a career. I mean, I'm hoping it gives me a career, but not necessarily watching Arsenal. Like I said, I'm watching Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea right now. It ain't all about Arsenal, believe it or not. Kane says Agate's been our worst signing under Ineos. Agate was supposed to be a wonder kid and was bought by PSG. Kane says, I'm not being mean to Key, but what career? Yeah, I was going to say, what career do you think I've got, Chief? I'll take it, yeah. If the perception is that I have earned a career watching Arsenal, then I'll take it. Kane, he's not even talking about Arsenal. These are still flying in, rattled from last night, Kane. I get legacy bites for days after. It's brilliant. Twisted Fate says, this was one of the worst, Key. Looked like an ankle break. Dango Ouattara should have scored. Good save. Callum says, come on, hold on. Red Rebellion Agate is the most limited midfielder in the league. I wish I could disagree with that. He is really poor, isn't he? Kane, you're earning millions, Key. Lend me some. I certainly won't be. There's a Sunderland shirt. There's 2 Sunderland shirts. Look at that. There's a Sunderland fan in the crowd. Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea. There's a big Sunderland following here. I'm assuming for Bertrand Traoré. Vincent Jamie Lane says, we will be there Boxing Day, Key, mate. It'll be a hard-fought 3-1 victory to make it 5 league wins in a row and hopefully 6 points off the playoffs for Peterborough. Love it. And Vos Styler says, what are they doing? This is Arsenal v Crystal Palace all over again. Twisted Fate, Amorim sold Agate at Sporting, so I wouldn't be surprised if he sold him again. Yeah, I mean, he got very good money for him at Sporting, didn't he? And obviously there was a big pressure. I tell you what, there was a claim for a penalty there, but you never get in it. Never get in it. I think it's Tapsoba. Tapsoba who's gone down. Oh, yeah, he does get clattered there. It's Deo, sorry. Oh, that's a naughty one. Whew. Basically a flying headbutt, that, from the Equatorial Guinea player. Kane, I wouldn't say the most limited. Has anyone seen Declan Rice play? You're not gonna get any bites on that one. 30 minutes to go. Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, hanging on. Equatorial Guinea here. Do you know what? Maybe that's probably a little bit harsh. I wouldn't say Equatorial Guinea are hanging on. They've not really had to defend all that much. Burkina Faso not applying as much pressure as I thought they might. Twisted Fate, thanks for understanding my typo, Kate. Mate, I read thousands of messages every day, and you'd be surprised. There's plenty of typos in there. I've got a bit of a sixth sense now for picking up on typos and understanding generally what people were going for. So I got you, mate. I got you. Don't worry. Kane, top fisherman. Whoa. Tolga 1745 for which match? Oh yeah, there's still the late games, isn't there? Ouattara, chance! Oh, he missed it! Is that Kabore again? Oh, he's dreadful, him. Hart should sack him. Hart should sack him immediately. Not Issa Kabore. Issa Kabore's on the bench. It was a great ball in from Ouattara, and Kabore 6 yards out. He's got a free header. All he has to do is get this on target. Oh, that's dreadful. Get this on target, and it's an easy goal. Easy goal. Poor that from Kabore. Vosh says no. And Foxy says, how's the game been so far? Difficult catching these early kickoffs. Do you know what? The game has been very similar in many ways to Arsenal and Palace last night. Very, very similar. All one-way traffic. Equatorial Guinea have had a man sent off. And Dong, the left-back, for raking his studs down the calf of Bertrand Traoré. But it's all one-way traffic. Burkina Faso, 11v10. Equatorial Guinea hanging on. And it's still 0-0. Vincent Jamie Lane says, who do you think is going with Mainu at United? Surely he's better than Agate. Was brilliant for England. Now can't get a look in. Something's happened in training between him and Amorim. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Mainu has a future at Man United. I think that's quite obvious now. It's very sad because I think he's a wonderful player. But, for whatever reason, Ruben Amorim doesn't like him, doesn't fancy him, doesn't think he's either a good fit as a player or doesn't like his attitude. I don't know. There's something about him that he doesn't like. So either way, he's prepared to play most other players ahead of Mainu, and that says an awful lot. And this is a player who scored in an FA Cup final for Man United, who came through the academy. You know, he's played for England at the top level in major tournaments. It really shouldn't be like this. But I think his Man United career is only ending one way, and it isn't going to be. Yeah, it isn't going to be a happy one, sadly. Vosh Styler, even the ball possession is similar. What's the last night? Kane says, here comes the Arsenal talk again. How dare you hate watch the mighty Arsenal? Oh, you can't stop speaking about Arsenal. I can stop speaking about Arsenal. I've not even mentioned them today until people in the chat have brought them up. Twisted Fate says, I'm not going to lie, I think Amorim is trying to avoid a Garnacho situation. Ten Hag played Garner a lot and he grew an ego and then cried. Maybe he's trying to avoid that, I don't know. But is it an option that would make sense? It is an option that would make sense. Possibly. I mean, is that maybe a little bit of 4D chess from Amorim? I'm trying to kind of keep him level-headed. But then that would not... Because he would still give him minutes then, wouldn't he? He would still give him chances and minutes, and it doesn't feel like he is. When's the last time Kobbie Mainoo even started a match for Man United? Feels like a long, long time ago. If I was having a look at Mainoo, let's have a look. Kobbie Mainoo. 30 minutes off the bench against Bournemouth. 13 minutes off the bench against Wolves. He was on the bench against West Ham, didn't come on. 1 minute off the bench against Palace. 33 minutes off the bench in the defeat against Everton. He was on the bench against Spurs, on the bench against Forest, didn't come off. 21 minutes, 6 minutes, 14 minutes, 25 minutes, 4 minutes, 29 minutes. He's not started a game of football since Grimsby. And he got an assist in that game. Then he was on the bench at Fulham, on the bench at Arsenal. Did he start against West Ham? Did he start in the game against West Ham in pre-season? He did. So he started, including in pre-season, 2 games for Man United. In fact, yeah, as well as forget about pre-season then. If we just talk about the Arsenal game, which was the first one, he's been on the bench. He started against Grimsby. That's the only game that Kobbie Mainoo has had. The only game. Foxy, surprised to see number 21, Sidiak, lying on the bench. There was a few players. I thought Pedro Obiang, I thought he would be starting for Equatorial Guinea today, but no, on the bench. Chimey, Amorim used to be a defender. Mainoo got injured in training, fill in the blank. And Ben says you should not have done this game because it is boring. I'm trying to work out how I can get a time travel machine that will watch the game, then I can go back and re-watch it, and I'll know which games are boring in advance. Twisted Fate, he was horrible against Grimsby, I can't lie. I like the kid, but I've got to be objective. I know, but was he so horrible? Was he so horrible that he then doesn't start another game for Man United this season? Because that's what's happened. He's been on the bench in the vast majority of games, hasn't even come off the bench in the majority of games. I just feel like that's, that doesn't quite fit the narrative. Red Rebellion, the fact Amorim is playing Bruno as a holding midfielder says it all, to be honest. That's my thoughts too. And he's prepared to put other people playing out of position ahead of Mainu as well. Kane, I totally agree with Roy Keane on the Mainu situation. He's allowed his brother to wear that top and he thought that was a good idea. I mean, look, he can't. Oh, yellow card for Saúl Coco, is it? Oh no, Iban Edu, who's been booked for slowing the game down, walking off the pitch. Vincent Jamie Lane says, who gets promoted to the Prem Key? I've got Coventry, Ipswich and Sheffield United, but Hull are looking good. I also agree with you. I don't think Borough go up. I'm getting a lot of stick from Borough fans lately, but I don't think Borough go up. I am almost certain that it's Coventry. They're the only one I can hang my hat on. After that, I think Ipswich, I think Ipswich do go back up in the automatics and then via the playoffs. I'd love it if we saw someone like Preston. I'd like to see Hull. I actually would quite like to see Hull back up. But I think Preston might make it. Burkina Faso, again, it's another corner. Shushwa says, are you confident Burkina will win this? Well, 25 minutes to go. I can't say I am super confident that they'll win it, but, you know, it's... if they might do. There's every chance. Twisted Fate, I'm not denying that he's suffering a lot, Key. He should be starting here and there, but I also agree with Amorim's press conference that our youth these past few years have been entitled. It's fair enough. That's very fair. Kane, it came out from Ben Jacobs. His brother asked him if he could do it, and he said yes. He thought it was a good idea to do that, and that's the wrong mentality. I mean, if we believe that to be true, then fair enough. I'll probably agree with you. I don't think that is the right approach. But unless he's trying to ruffle feathers, unless he's trying to create headlines because he knows he's leaving. Like, if he's already made his mind up, look, this guy doesn't rate me. He's not treating me fairly. Guinea with a strike. Oh, Equatorial Guinea with a chance there. And the keeper, Coffey, he's absolutely screaming at his defence. Why are you not closing him down? Equatorial Guinea very nearly taking the lead. 10 men of Equatorial Guinea nearly taking the lead there. Mark, what's up, Key? How's it going, Mark? Good to see you, mate. Kane says Fergie would have gotten rid of Mainu for the same reasons. And Gotti Empire, Semenyo to Man City. Yeah, good luck to him. I'm certainly glad he's not coming to Liverpool anyway. Vincent Jamie Lane says, no chance, Borough, mate. I totally agree. They are the gunners of the Championship. Bottle jobs. Woohoo! Foxy, who's been the best player on the pitch so far? The left back is decent for Burkina. Arsene Kouassi. And he also says Southampton or Leicester will make a late push into the playoffs. Not if you keep playing like you did against QPR, I guess. Aziz Ki coming on for Sangare for Burkina Faso. And Simpore for Ouattara, who got booked in the first half, of course. Also, Traoré's come on for Kabore now. Kabore not having a particularly good game at centre forward. But who's been the best player for Burkina Faso, you said? I think it's been Dango Ouattara. Yeah, I think he's probably been the one most likely to create something. Chance must be! Is it in? It is in! There you go! It's 1-0! They've done it! And it's an absolutely brilliant header from Dango Ouattara at the back stick. And Traoré, who has just come on the pitch. Within seconds, he's put them 1-0 up. It's there, it's Burkina Faso. They finally broke the deadlock. And I think that might end up being the winner in this one. It was a long looped ball over to the far post. It was a header back across the face of goal from Dango Ouattara. And Traoré, who has been on the bench. He's literally just set foot on the pitch for Kabore. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh, why has it gone off? Why has it gone off? Sorry, we should be back in a second. Hopefully that works now. Hopefully that works. Hang on. There you go. 1-0. 1-0 to Burkina Faso. Watching AFCON is like watching Arsenal. Oh, goodness me. That's like working at Mackey's and having protests against your boss. Some proper shirts in the background, lad. Cheers, man. It's a great goal from Traoré. Sorry, Chimey. Yeah, the camera overheated. I'm hoping it calms itself down and can stay. There's going to be a check here. There's going to be a check. There's going to be a check for a potential offside. I think this might be VAR, you know. I think it might be offside. There might be a check here. I think Dango Ouattara might have been offside when he heads it back across the face of goal. And it could be getting ruled out, this one. Ooh, get the lines out. Oh, this could be ruled out. And I think it is. It's VAR and it's offside. It's offside. VAR ruled out. Burkina Faso goal is chalked off for an offside in the build-up. Dango Ouattara ruled out. And there you go. Equatorial Guinea live to fight again. Merry Christmas, Kane. How's it going? Oh, do you know what? And it wasn't Ouattara. It was Traoré. It was Traoré. Right, well, we're back to 0-0 now. We're back to 0-0. No more. Still 20 minutes left. So there's still time for us to get the winner that we thought we had there. 3-star Reds, few pre-Christmas dinner jobs done around the kitchen for me mum. Back now for the remainder of this game. Oh, what a guy. What an absolute gent. Doing the run around for your old girl. Love it. Chimey, yes, I need less than 2. And Foxy says, brilliant Fiorentina shirt, that Batigol era. Mad to see Fiorentina rock bottom of Serie A. Yeah, they've just not... They've not kicked on this year. They were in Europe last year, weren't they, Fiorentina? We did a few Fiorentina watch-alongs last year. I thought Moise Keane was absolutely brilliant. Rick says, why are the stadiums empty? This tournament is useless. Well, in fairness, mate, it's a 45,000-seater stadium in Casablanca for Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea. You know, they probably don't have a massive travelling away fan base, those two countries, given where they are in relation to Morocco. So... yeah, it's probably a long way to go for them, and I imagine 45,000 seater might be a touch too big. And to be honest, the AFCON historically has not been a tournament that has been locally, at least locally, massively popular. Like there's always been sort of empty seats in the stadium in not loads, but in some games you're used to seeing that. But it's massively followed around the world on TV. It's a really popular tournament. Napoli starting to dominate, says Red Rebellion, and Vosh Styler says that goal is coming soon. RM44N, how come it got cancelled? It was offside from Traoré. So when Dango Ouattara heads it back across the face of goal, Traoré's, I think his right foot was just offside. Callum Coyle says, Marco to win the AFCON. Marco to win the AFCON. Which Marco? Marco who? Chance here. Should be. Oh, unlucky. Great effort. Great effort from Ouattara. Very nearly. Lorenzo, how's it going? Alex Sandro, hello hater. Hello fan. Lovely to have you in the chat, mate. Lovely to have a fan in the chat. Dango Ouattara getting very vocal with his teammates here. I think he's hoping they just step it up a little bit in the last 15. Voss-Styler, oh my god, the positioning is so bad. Nobody on the middle. That's what I mean. They're all over the place, aren't they? In the last few minutes. It feels like since that goal's been chalked off, they've just lost their heads a little bit, haven't they? And if anything, Burkina Faso might find themselves on the back foot in the last few minutes here. Alexandro, bro, stop hating so much. I'm not hating. I'm not hating so much. Nuka Pluto, I'll never forget the day I had a parlay of 17 games, all hits except the one. It was Liverpool. God, it's always the way, mate. Foxy says Morocco is far away for almost every African country. Only Algeria and Tunisia will have lots of fans watching them. Maybe Egypt as well at a push, but I agree. Yeah, North Africa's, yeah, you know, it's not the most accessible for your West African and Central African countries. Certainly South Africa. Imagine South Africa don't have a massive travelling fan base. Is that going to be a corner? No. Free kick to Equatorial Guinea. They will be absolutely made up if they can get a point here. Vincent Jamie Lane says Arsenal v Palace was a breath of fresh air last night with no VAR. I thought that was a good game. It was a good game. Right, who's this coming on now for Burkina Faso? Gotti Empire, do you commentate on National League? Yeah, we do the National League on here. It's Mingugu coming on. Minungu coming on for Traoré. Minungu comes on for Traoré. Traoré, Sunderland fans will be happy to see that he's not limping off the pitch after the bad tackle he got earlier in the game. And he's replaced for the last 15 minutes here. Georgie Minungu of the Seattle Sounders, by the way. He got 2 in Burkina Faso's last game, a 3-0 win over Benin. So this guy coming on has got the ability to maybe score a pinch a late one for him. Foxy adding it to the list, would love to go watch an AFCON live, but Christmas time, it's an awkward one. Yeah, it is, isn't it? There's a few people in the chat who've said they're actually at the tournament. And, you know, we're seeing people in Sunderland kits and everything, you know, and maybe there's people who are over in Morocco on holiday, or, to be honest, I've gone for most of my like young adult life. As a family, we've always gone to southern Spain. We love going to Andalusia. So places like Seville and Cadiz and you know, Malaga and places like that. And you can get a short boat ride over to Morocco, over to Tangiers, from there. And we've done it a couple of times. So it's always, I think if we'd have been in Spain at this point, I'd have probably gone over to Morocco to watch a game. It's a relatively short trip from Spain. Gotti, what do you think about Morecambe's journey and how they've had to rebuild the whole club? Yeah, I mean, listen, the Punjabi Warriors are doing good things at Morecambe, I think. I mean, obviously the manager choice hasn't been totally welcomed. Ashveer Singh Johal's not had a great start, and there's quite a few Morecambe fans calling for him to leave the club. We've done a couple of Morecambe watchalongs already this season as well, Gotti. I like Morecambe, and we Did a few games. Which was the watch-alongs we did for Morecambe earlier this season? Can't remember the one off the top of my head, and I think it was it 3-0? They get beat 3-0. Hang on. It was Forest Green. It was Morecambe Forest Green we watched earlier this season. I think we also did. Did we do York? No, we did. We definitely did Forest Green against Morecambe, and I think it finished 3-1. Forest Green ended up winning at Morecambe's ground. But we've done a few Morecambe games. They're a good, really good club, and I'd like to see them get back to playing, EFL part of the 92 again. Okay, here we go. 66.3% possession to Burkina Faso, 33.7% for Equatorial Guinea. Nuka Pluto says all the Moroccan teams in different ages won 21 titles in the last 10 years. None of them from the first team. Chance! Oh, over the bar! Absolutely shocking from Dango that time. Left-footed. I think if that was on his right foot, it might have been buried, but left-footed over the bar. For style and no. I don't think we're going to see a goal in this one, mate. I don't think we're going to see a goal. Something tells me this one might well finish 0-0. Lucenzo says, without being biased, rank these leagues: Serie A, Liga 1, La Liga, EPL, Bundesliga. In what sense? I mean, can I rank them in any order based on any criteria? Like, if we're talking quality, it's the Premier League right at the top. But if we're talking about watchability, if we're talking about entertainment, then that might change things a little bit, because I actually think Ligue 1's maybe the best league for entertainment. Yeah, I don't know. Red Rebellion, who do you say is winning the AFCON? For me, I think Senegal. I'm going to stick with Senegal. Nuka Pluto, this is an easy group for Algeria. Algeria should win, shouldn't he? Yeah, should comfortably win the group. Burkina Faso concede a corner here. And Tapsoba's looking concerned. Lucenzo, any order? Okay, well, I would go with, if we're talking purely quality, I would go with Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga. Chance! It's 1-0 Equatorial Guinea! Oh my God, they've pinched it at the end! Oh my God, and it's Saúl Coco! It's Saúl Coco! The Torino defender! They've pinched it at the end! I can't believe it! The 10 men of Equatorial Guinea, they've done it! They've done it! Equatorial Guinea, I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Burkina Faso have battered them all game. It's literally been incessant. It's been attack after attack after attack from Burkina Faso. And you just can't predict these things. This is why the AFCON is such an amazing tournament. It's absolutely unbelievable. But Equatorial Guinea, look at Coffee. Herve Coffee, the goalkeeper for Burkina Faso. He's lost his head. And there it goes. It's an absolutely sensational header at the back stick. And all of a sudden, Equatorial Guinea, what a header that is, right in the top corner. 1-0. It's an absolutely sensational header. I thought it was Saúl Coco, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was, who was it who actually gets the header in there? Who is it who heads that in? Who's headed that in? Anibo. It's Anibo. Marvin Anibo of San Sebastian Reyes of the Division 5 in Spain. 5th division in Spain. And he's just stuck the winner in this one in the last minute in Casablanca. Unbelievable stuff. 1-0 to Equatorial Guinea. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing here. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. And Tolga called it. Tolga called it. Philippines, happy Christmas Eve, Key. How's you and the family feeling about tomorrow? All good, mate. Yeah, we're all ready. Little girl's got loads of presents ready to open. She's very, very spoiled. But she's excited. And, yeah, the big man's coming down the chimney in a few hours' time. Callum says, yeah, go on the underdog. Tolga, I love you, Key. Yeah, I love you too, Tolga. What a header that is. It's a great story, that, Key. 5th division to scoring for this country. I actually don't even think it's 5th division, you know. I think it might even be lower than that. Yeah, he plays in Group 5 in the 5th tier of the Spanish Football League system, yeah. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ. 3-star Reds, last 8 minutes, put a 1 on at 50-1, thanks Tolga. What a guy. This is so disappointing, says Watchalong. There's still time. There's still time. I'm telling you, there's still time. They could get another one here. What a header that is, though, at the end. Absolutely unbelievable. Keynes is saying that Key had done a video for the team in the Portugal Sunday League. I love it. Reese is finally here. We love it. Vostyler, they did all that just to concede a goal. Listen, this is why the AFCON is such a fantastic tournament, let's be honest. Equatorial Guinea flying forward here again. They could get a second. They could get a second, the lads. Stood up to the far post. It's going to be another corner. And the Diablos Rojos, the Nzalang Nacional, Equatorial Guinea, the National Thunder, that's what it's called. The National Thunder are in front. Kane, they're giving him a wage of a ham and cheese sandwich per week and a pint. Probably in the Spain 5th division, I would imagine so. He'll get his lunch money. That's about it. But it's 1-0. And he's the match winner. Callum, I love upsets. Graham says coupon buster. Oh, it's definitely a coupon buster. Callum says, we told you, Key, the underdog have done an upset. Got to love it. Well, still time. 10 men, Equatorial Guinea. Pinching it at the death. Absolutely brilliant. Gotti, who would be your key targets for the January transfer window the Glaziers say they are backing? Are we talking about Man United now, Gotti? I assume we're talking about United. I'm a Liverpool fan for what it's worth, so I'm not entirely sure about United. Chance! Oh my God, how's he missed it again? Oh, Burkina Faso should be level. Oh, he's really got to score that. Irie at the back stick. Oh, it's such a poor effort. It's a great ball in. I think it's Tapsoba who sends it to the far post. Ah, he's got to put that away. It was Deo, actually. It wasn't even Irie. It was Deo at the back post. And he's got to get it on target. Instead, he tries to go back across the face of goal and loses it. And now we're into how many minutes have added on time here at the end of this one in Casablanca? 8. 8 added minutes. There's still time. I'm telling you, there's still time for Burkina Faso maybe to pinch it. To pinch a late one. 8 added minutes at the end of this one. Nuka Pluto says, which team the Cameroon going to start with today? Well, we'll see. I'll be live for it tonight. Cameroon v Gabon. Join me tonight. If you haven't yet, make sure you've clicked like and subscribe. I am live tonight for Cameroon v Gabon. Brian and Burmo against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That's going to be a massive one. Gotti, oh, I do apologise. Would you take Gay from Palace? What would I take Gay of Palace? I would happily take Gay from Palace. Happily. But I don't think we will. I think Mark Gay stays at Crystal Palace now till the end of the season and leaves on a free. I don't think he's going anywhere just yet. It'd be silly, wouldn't he? It'd be silly to leave when he's got... He'll even get massive money in the summer. But I do like him, yeah. Of course, I'd love him at Liverpool. We do need a top centre-back, at least one. But I think Mark Gay will probably end up going to maybe Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona in the summer. But yeah, listen, we talk about Man United too. If you're a Man United fan, Gotti, I think probably Man United need a couple of centre-backs. I think they probably need a couple of central midfielders as well. So yeah, United need some work as well. But watch this header back. It's a sensational one. Top corner. Coffee at full stretch. Nowhere near it. That's a great header. Jake Fitzpatrick score. The score is Burkina Faso 0. 10 men. Equatorial Guinea 1. And we have 6 minutes left. Good ball in. Oh, very nearly 2. Nuka Pluto, who do you have winning the Cameroon v Gabon game later? I'd go Cameroon. I think they've got enough quality Cameroon that they should get the win in that one. But then again, Burkina Faso again. How many chances do you need? It should be 1-1. It really should be 1-1. It stood up to the far post. And just, I think it's Dango Ouattara. He's just about to get his head on it. And his teammate takes it off his head and heads it over the bar. They're just not communicating, these two. Magnus, what are you doing today? I am doing this game. Then I'm going back and spending some time with... I've spent all morning with my little girl and my wife. She's not too well, to be honest, my little girl. So I'm going to go and spend some time with them after this game. And then I'll put my little girl to bed. Say how the whole, Father Christmas is coming. Get all excited for that. And then it will be back here to come and do Cameroon v Gabon tonight. So that's my day, pretty much. Vosstyler, how many chances, man? How many chances have they had? So many. I mean, if you look at the stats for this one, by the way, the stats in this game will tell you everything. XG, Burkina Faso, 1.28 to 0.2 Equatorial Guinea. It's been 70% to 30% possession. Total shots, 14 to just 5. Equatorial Guinea have only had 1 shot on target the whole game, and they've scored with it. That's all you need to know. Big chances in the game. 4 for Burkina Faso, 0 for Equatorial Guinea, according to the stats. Chance far post here. Flicked away. They're hanging on, but they are hanging on. They're absolutely hanging on here. Equatorial Guinea, just a few minutes to go. Are they going to be able to keep the 3 points? This would be massive for them if they could. Penalty, ref, should be. It's there anyway. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. It should have been a penalty to Burkina Faso, but they've pinched it anyway. It's 1-1. And I think it's the guy who came on earlier, Minugu. I think it's him. I think it's 1-1. They've got it back in the last minute here. 1-1. And there's still time. We might yet get a winner in this one. We might get a winner. It's 1-1. Oh my God, what are we witnessing here? It is Manungu of Seattle Sounders. You can see Ouattara picks it up. He dives. I think he's onside. Watch this. Ouattara cuts inside. Does he get fouled here? No, that would be a penalty anyway. If this goal gets chalked off for any reason, and I don't think it will do, but if it did, look at this. It's a clear penalty. Look at that. Ouattara would have had a penalty, no problem. But then Minungu, with the loose ball, smashes it in the empty net anyway. It's a wonderful finish. And it's 1-1. And there's 3 minutes still to go in this one. Oh my goodness me. Gotti Empire, I'm a Morecambe fan. It's a sensitive topic as a whole for the club. Absolutely. Do you think that Ashveer Singh Johal should be sacked, by the way, as a Morecambe fan? Magnus, do you celebrate Christmas tomorrow? Yeah, absolutely. 25th. Rodri, yeah, that's a penky. Callum says, yes, I had draw on my hold and then Cameroon win. I'm still alive, Key. Good lad. SP or Spooklock says, is the game over? No, the game's not over. The game is not over, no. Equatorial Guinea down the other end now. Could they pinch one back and get back in front? I tell you what, I will say this. This lad who's just come on for Equatorial Guinea, number 28. Get up. Number 28 who came on for Equatorial Guinea is Masogo. He's been absolutely exceptional. Alejandro Masogo, I think it... No, it's not. It's not Alejandro Masogo. Who is it who's come on? No, it's Eneme. Eneme it is who's come on the left-hand side. He's been absolutely fantastic. Santiago Eneme for Equatorial Guinea. Since he's come on, I think he's made a massive difference. Done really well helping them get up the pitch. But here we go. They're flying forward down the left-hand side here now. Burkina Faso, 60 seconds left. Can they win it? In the box. Chance. Far post. They've done it. It's 2-1. They've benched it. Burkina Faso win it in the last kick of the game. What are we seeing here? It's Tapsoba. It's Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Tapsoba. They've pinched it. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Oh my goodness me. 2-1. It's a late one. And this is what the AFCON's about. 2-1 Burkina Faso. 2 late goals in injury time. This is an absolutely unbelievable game. An absolutely outrageous game. It's been 0-0 for the full game pretty much. Equatorial Guinea get a man sent off. And you think, it's got to be Burkina Faso's game now. It's got to be. Guinea then get a corner and they win it in the last minute. They think they've got it won. But with 8 minutes of added on time, Burkina Faso score 2. They've nicked it. They've nicked it. What are we seeing here? Ball gets played in. The keeper claws away at it. And then Tapsoba, bang, with a header. Get in. 2-1. Ah. Tolga. What's going on, Tolga? What is going on here? Goodness me. Foxy, my guy off the bench, making a great impact. Number 21, Irie with the cross. Yeah, Irie probably should have scored a few minutes ago. But it's 2-1 Burkina Faso in the last kick of the game. Vos Styler, yes. Yes. Calamaya drawn off Faso. Just come on, Cameroon. Good lad. Gotti says we won 5 out of 23 games at Morecambe. I think if it was any other manager, they would have been sacked. Ashveer Singh Johal out for me. I think Morecambe were just rushing to get a manager in, given the circumstances. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, and the referee's blown up. The referee's blown up. It was literally the last kick of the game. The Equatorial Guinea players have just collapsed on the floor. They've collapsed to their feet. They're absolutely all over. It's so, so harsh in many ways. But I think, in the end, it probably is the fairest result. That's football. It's so unjust, isn't it, at times? But what an absolutely brilliant game to watch for the neutral. It was absolutely sensational. Burkina Faso 2, Equatorial Guinea 1. Oh, what a performance. Vos Styler says the better team won. We deserve it. It's not over. Well, it is over now. It is over now. Kian says, oh my God, thank you, Burkina. What a game. They've collapsed to their feet. I didn't mean that. I lost my head. They're off their feet. They've collapsed to their knees. They're on their backs. They're absolutely over. They can't deal with it. It's an absolutely shocking end to the game. Collapsed to their feet. Magnus says in Norway we celebrate Christmas on the evening of 24th of December. Lovely. Gotti says I can dream, but I see Matt Sadler leaving Walsall and going elsewhere. I'd take him at Morecambe. That wouldn't be a bad signing, would it? Right, well, listen. Oh my God. Unbelievable. What a game that was. The AFCON for you. That's what football's about. I am going to be live tonight. Again, just a reminder, I'm live tonight for Cameroon against Gabon. If you haven't yet, Please make sure you've clicked like on this video. Please make sure you've followed, subscribed. I'm live for all of the AFCON games coming up. I'm also live tomorrow, Christmas Day, for the only game being shown in world football around the world tomorrow. Christmas Day football. If you want to watch along, make sure you join me. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Well, sorry, I'll see you all tonight. Cameroon v Gabon, 8 o'clock. I'm not doing the Algeria game, mate, no. No, I'm not doing Algeria. I'm doing Cameroon v Gabon today, and I am live on Boxing Day for Egypt against South Africa. So, yeah, but the next one, Cameroon v Gabon, make sure you've followed and liked and all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in a few hours' time. Have a lovely Christmas Eve, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in a few hours for Cameroon v Gabon. Take it easy. Lots of love.